Do you have a good spoiled brat story? Here's mine. So one day I'm picking up one of my sons from school. I think he was in grade 3 at the time. It's a beautiful day and all the kids after school are outside playing on the playground. One of the other moms comes and tries to get her son to go home. She says, "Come on, honey, it's time to go." He immediately responds by screaming at her, telling her that he hates her and that he's never going anywhere. She spends the next couple of minutes wandering around the playground, pleading with him, asking him nicely. He refuses, screams at her more. Finally, she corners him. She gives him a big old bear hug and picks him up. And this kid is kicking and screaming at her, calling her names, while she is comforting him, patting the back of his head. "Oh, I'm so sorry you're having such a rough day, honey. When we get home, I'll get you some ice cream and some cookies." Are you kidding me? No, she was not kidding. Spoiled brats. Well, of course, nobody wants their kid to be a spoiled brat. So how come so many people end up in that spot? And you know, when a kid becomes a spoiled brat, everybody can see it except the parent of the spoiled brat. They don't think that at all. So how can we make sure that we're avoiding that trap? This is a problem so many people are stuck in today. But you know what? It's also not a new problem. This is a problem that's been going on since the dawn of human history. This week in church, in our series Plan for Peace, we're going to be looking at a story in the Bible, the family of Abraham. Abraham and then Isaac and then Jacob, 3 generations of the same family. And there were a whole bunch of spoiled brats in the mix. So this problem is not new. It's been going on for a long time. But the Bible also has wisdom for us in how we can solve it. I'm going to read for you from Matthew chapter 5. And these are some words of Jesus himself that are called the Beatitudes. And that just basically means the blessings or the blessed words. And here's what he says, the beginning of one of his most famous sermon ever. "Blessed are the poor in spirit." Okay. "Blessed are those who mourn." And a few lines later, "Blessed, or in a really great situation, are those who are persecuted because of righteousness." We see here that Jesus is pointing to the truth that suffering is not always a bad thing. Spoiled brats often come from parents who don't want their kids to ever be sad or ever have any negative feelings. But we see very clearly in the Bible that negative feelings, suffering itself, while it's not a good thing, it is necessary to help shape us into the people we were made to be. We've got to take a different view of suffering if we want to avoid the trap of teaching our children to be spoiled brats. We'll talk about it more this Sunday at 10 a.m. on the live stream, Plan for Peace at Home. What is God's plan for peace in my home? We'll hope to see you then.